Yo, what's up, guys? You got Pokey. I'm here with my boy Pony for episode 2 of our Pokemon Sun and Moon anime reviews. And Pony, why don't you start it off, bro? What happened this episode, dude? How did it start? What are your thoughts? Let's go.
Okay, this episode kind of crazy happened. Like it happened towards the end, but throughout the beginning, it was just Ash going to school, chilling, going to class with the other trial captains, like learning what school was gonna be about. And then he got challenged by Sophocles to a little battle. Ash thought that he was going into like a Pokemon battle. Turns out that they were going into like the balloon popping event.
Yeah, I actually felt the same way like Ash. Like I got a little bit hyped that they were about to battle. I was like, okay, Ash is about to experience these new Pokemon. And then once he found out it wasn't an actual battle, Ash's heart like dropped. And I'm not gonna lie, I was the exact same way because I was kind of like wondering how they were gonna implement school, right? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, at first he went to class. He told them about the Tapu Koko and all that and shared that experience. Then they went to science class. We learned about the Alolan Executor. And I like how they told you why its neck got long. It's about the extreme sunlight and the Pokemon adapted to that. I think that was pretty cool. That was also something
liked
they mentioned in the
how
game.
they said that that's the Executor's true form.
Yeah, I also like how they said that was the original Executor. So I like that a lot. And then, like you said, they showed him the... they did like a little surprise for him, and step one was battling, and we ended up seeing a new move by Togedemaru, Zingzap, I think it's called. Zingzap, I believe.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's a new move though. It actually exists like in the Pokemon game. So we saw a nice new move by there, and then we saw him race Poplio. I mean, that was like a lost battle anyway. The Poplio, like maybe on land he got there, but then how are you going to beat a water type underwater? We saw the Tauros racing and whatnot, and after that is where it got really cool because he was supposed to battle Kukui. But before that happened, we got Tapu Koko showing up and be like, no, come with me. I like the way he...
hat, man.
Yeah. I love the way he introduced it too. It was perfect too with the way that Lily said that Tapu Koko likes to mess around with things. One important thing, though, I do want us to backtrack to is how Kiawe, if that's how you pronounce his name, my bad if I'm wrong, but Kiawe told Ash that what the Z crystals do, what they mean, how they're important, and Ash didn't really understand it, which makes sense. It was a lot of big words and whatnot, a lot of responsibility, but he would try his best. So, and that works perfectly with the as the episode went on, because like we said, Tapu Koko took its hat, led him into battle, and this is where the battle started getting clean. So you can take it away, Pony.
Okay, this was probably one of the best moments, in my opinion, in the Pokemon anime history. Like, they went out into a field. Tapu Koko, I guess, challenged him. He wanted to test his skills in battle. So they're out there. He activated. What's that skill called that they all use?
Electric terrain. We actually got to see electric terrain in battle too, which looked really cool.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how they would actually show that in the anime itself because electric surge is Tapu Koko's ability, and I wasn't sure like necessarily how they show it, but I loved how the entire field turned yellow and electric, and you can keep going. My bad.
It's cool. And then right after that, man, I think Tapu Koko rolled up on Ash because the episode before, Koko gave him the Mega Brace, or no, not the Mega Brace, the Z move brace.
Yeah.
So I think he tapped the crystal and activated it. So then right after that, he's showing Ash how to do the electric Z move pose while Ash is doing the Z move pose. And while this is all happening, Pikachu's just sitting there, powering up, sitting there. The little Z-Stone marker came over him. It's like when they all use the move in the game or whatever.
Yeah.
Powered up, got all the energy in his cheeks. Ash hit the pose. Pikachu sent out the big old Gigavolt and punched it. That's it. Tapu Koko, it looked like Tapu Koko got blown away, but he didn't. Like, obviously, Tapu Koko isn't going to be phased by...
It's a strong Pokemon, bro. It's not a legendary per se. It's just It's a garden deity, so there's no
Yeah.
way it's getting blown away. But I do also think it was really cool the way it showed how Pikachu was weak, even under electric terrain, boosting its electric attacks. I like how it showed his first attack was like didn't do any damage at all, but once he did the Z move and how they were in sync going together, Gigavolt Havoc, Pikachu actually looked like it did damage. I mean, it didn't because Tapu Koko just protected itself or whatnot, but the move itself looked sick. It looked crazy.
Yeah. It looked crazy, man. He
Yeah.
punched it.
Yeah, he actually punched it, and then they went at the same time. And obviously that was the whole point of this episode, setting it up for Ash learning how to do a Z move. And right after that is when Ash decides, because his Electrium Z breaks, the Z crystal he has, because it breaks, he decides, yeah, I'm gonna go on and take on the trials.
The cap.
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't exactly sure how they were going to implement these guys, because in the game itself, these guys are the trial captains. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
We already know that. That was officially released a long time ago, and plus the game's been out. But yes, these guys are the trial captains right here, right? And I wasn't exactly sure how they're going to show this, because apparently some of them don't act like or seem like they're captains, right? Right now, like they don't seem, they're in school.
They seem like kids in school and stuff.
Exactly, like they're at least training to do certain things. And then they all said at the end, yeah, we'll go ahead and cheer you on. So I'm assuming they're all going to be following Ash throughout the entire thing. That's a lot of people too. It's a whole entire group. Or maybe they'll be like, let's say the first trial is, let's just say it would be like like a water trial or something. And obviously you'd have the girl with the Poplio go with him. And then something that has to do with electricity, you have Sophocles going with him. So I'm not sure if they're all going to go at once, but
I'm guessing that as he goes along and takes on the trials, he'll probably take each one that was there in the game with him to the trial that he goes.
And then they'll either help him or Mallow will help him with the like in the forest or whatnot. Exactly. Yeah. But it was pretty cool to see like how Tapu Koko set up the entire thing. He was watching it from the beginning. We see early on Tapu Koko was still watching, and he basically just made it so Ash. He didn't kind of force Ash into it, but he definitely like prompted him or pushed him to do, go ahead and take on this trial. I want to give you this Z crystal. I want to see you do well, because Tapu Koko loves strong people. Like,
yeah, and I kind of want to talk about that. All right, there was like a moment in the episode right before Kukui and Ash were supposed to battle where Kukui got a phone call and he said, "Oh, it's time," or whatever he said. But it was like a weird like setting, like almost like he knew something was about to happen before Ash even met up with Coco, which means like maybe this was all already set up with Hala and Kukui, because Hala makes the bracelets in the game, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Hala just gave Coco the bracelet to give to Ash, I guess.
I mean,
I don't know. I can't think of any other reason why Kukui would get that phone call, or
wasn't it with the
Coco
kids
would have
though?
the bracelet.
Wasn't it with the kids though for the surprise party? Because right after that they said, "Oh yeah, Kukui or Kukui, however you want to say it, said we have the okay for tomorrow." So
it just seemed weird to me.
no, I mean I could definitely get you, but I'm pretty sure that was just a setup for the party, or the surprise party for the kids. That was not a surprise party. Where's my my cake and whatnot? But I do think that Kukui definitely knows something. Like, I don't know. He didn't seem too upset that he was the final surprise and it was ruined because Tapu Koko came through. But
The only thing that surprised him was that Ash Pikachu used Gigavolt Charge.
yeah, Gigavolt Havoc with like no problem, right?
Yeah, he didn't understand that.
No, but it was so cool though how they were in the middle of battle and Tapu Koko was showing Ash and Ash was in sync with him, copying him exactly, and then Pikachu just started doing everything. Like,
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, definitely. And then the episode ends off with everybody saying, "Yeah, man, we'll go ahead and we'll cheer you on." So again, I'm assuming that whenever he goes to a specific trial, someone is going to go there with him, and that person that has to do with the trial. So if it has to do with water, then you'll probably have the girl with the Poplio. If it has to do with grass, you have Mallow, Kiawe. If it has to do with like volcanoes or whatnot, or fire. And then the episode ends off at Kukui's house, where Ash is handed the Pokedex. And for those of you who do not know, in the game itself, or this is something again that was revealed a long time ago officially by Pokemon, the Pokedex is filled with Rotom. So we get an introduction to that, and it even shows that if you see the the little not example, what's it called? Preview for next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows like Rotom coming through. So that'd be pretty cool. I'm actually excited to see how that happens. Is Rotom just going to be floating around with him the entire time as opposed to him holding it?
Probably.
Yeah. But overall, what do you think about the episode, man?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Some people think that the fight with Coco and Pikachu should have been more, or maybe there should have been a bigger battle. I don't think so.
No, I don't think that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
It was
he doesn't even have another Pokemon from the region yet.
Exactly. And the whole point of that was just to set him up to learn what the Z-Crow or like to learn his Z move so he could start working on it the entire time, and to start going through, the trials and whatnot, just to set him up for that, just to put Ash on that path. So had they done a bigger battle, I mean, Tapu Koko just would have won, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing else to watch. Tapu Koko just would have won. Ash didn't have any Pokemon. That boy is electric and fairy versus a pure electric type. Can't even touch him. And he's obviously like higher leveled or just stronger. He's obviously stronger at this point in the game. Because we all know whenever Ash goes to a new region, his Pikachu like resets but keeps its moves.
Yep.
He's losing to grass types early on in games, or in the anime. I remember when Pikachu lost to Trico. Or was losing to Trico, so...
He lost to Snivy, too.
Exactly. And obviously type advantage, but, Pikachu... you would think this Pikachu's like, what, level like 600 after all the regions he's gone through. But, I still think it was a good episode. I think the beginning was a little bit slow. That was only my opinion. I think it's kind of similar to the game itself. How the game starts off slow, gives you tutorials, explains to you about the island, and that's, I think, what was shown in the episode, like the little parties, little trials, just to show you how this region is different than your typical battle gyms and keep moving on. This region is all about performing little tasks or doing trials or not just battling. Yeah, so I think it was a great introduction to the region and a great introduction to school. Because I'm not sure what the hell is going to be happening with school. Like, is Ash actually going to be in school the whole time? No, right?
I don't know. It looks like he's gonna be. Like, he's probably gonna be in school for a good amount of this series. I don't know how long. I guess that's their way of giving him purpose instead of the gyms. Instead of the gyms, it's a way to give him something to do, like, in the story.
Yeah, exactly. It's like building an actual story, as opposed to you go to gym 1 through 8 and take on the Pokemon League and either lose or win and then go to the next region. So yeah, it's definitely a different story. I mean, they did describe it as lots of laughs and whatnot.
A laugh a minute or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, again, I still think the animation is clean. I love the way the Tapu Koko battle was animated. The whole Gigavolt Havoc was beautiful. Still not the biggest fan of Oak. But hopefully he's not there the entire season. I kind of hope I'm assuming he's just going to be just like regular Oak, like Ash talks to him occasionally, and that's it. But I'm not the biggest fan of the puns.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 2 episodes in. From so far, like, that's a really good start.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
I agree.
But we can't really say that how good it is until we've seen, like, the first trial, or maybe, like, a good portion of it. Maybe an Ultra Beast shows up, something. I don't know. We can't say it's good until the story starts moving. We don't even know what's going to happen.
Exactly. I'm not even sure what Ash's first Pokemon is going to be. I am sure. He always catches like a flying type. Yeah, so it's probably going to be Pikachu. But in any case, guys, you can leave your thoughts down below. Those are very appreciated. We liked the comments last time. We definitely went through them. And check out my boy Pony. His Twitch will be linked down below. And goodbye, friends.